Morning, folks. It's Roy from A Geek's Adventures. Woohoo! I'm broadcasting from Studio B in a townhome in the Clintonville section of Columbus, Ohio. Good morning. So the sports world has survived McGregor versus Mayweather, and blah 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 blah. So I was thinking, well, MMA, and this weekend. Well, I guess depending on who you talk to, Birth of the Dragon, the movie base that talks about the legendary Wong Jackman Bruce Lee fight from way back in the day. Reactions based on Rotten Tomato are at best, and the fact that I think a lot of people starting to talk about this legend. I mean, to say he's just a guy, yeah, he is a legend. We're gonna talk a little bit about Bruce Lee, woo! Just a couple things. Just in light of the fact that hey, those two things did come out this weekend and kind of different reactions. So, just want to talk about some more fun things you can watch, more entertaining things like Enter the Dragon. Yeah. I guess the ironic thing is that when the movie came out, everyone in the West is going, "Oh my God, who is this guy? Wow!" And everyone in Hong Kong and Southeast Asia is going, "Really, you idiots?" By this point, Lee was a legend. At this point, boy, was Lee a legend in more ways than one. But with this film, you've heard so many stories. Actually, you know what? The fun thing isn't just the stories about the movie, about what the movie's about. You talk to any martial arts, you talk to action film fans, be ready to be babbled about for an hour. It's the behind the scenes stuff that is fun. One of the actors, John Saxon, talking about how it's Bruce Lee. You've got all these guys who are extras and stuff, and apparently one of the extras was Bruce. Being Bruce, eventually went, and the extra found out very quickly why Bruce Lee is Bruce Lee. Also, I believe one of the during I think it was the in the film during the legendary mirror room scene at the end when Mr. Han gets that side kick to the head or the stunt double. Apparently Bruce was a little over enthusiastic and broke the guy's collarbone or something like that. There are apparently legions of stories about that kind of continue the legend of Bruce Lee. It reminds me, if you're a football and baseball fan, I mean, you've heard of Bo Jackson. There was a special on ESPN, and they talked about, and it was about the amazing, his amazing skills, yada yada. They talk about how everyone has a Bo Jackson story. Kind of the same thing with Bruce Lee. Everyone's got a Bruce Lee story. And the joy of it is just like Bo Jackson, where it's the internet era. There's a ton of stuff on film. Same thing with Bruce Lee. There's so much stuff on video right now. You just look and go, wow. So we move on to the we're kind of going we're going kind of in reverse chronological order here. Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. Woo! The autobiographical film, based upon Linda Lee Caldwell's book. Let's see here. It is a wonderful movie. Jason Scott Lee and Lauren Holly, they play Bruce and Linda. They have wonderful chemistry. Jason Scott Lee is amazing as Bruce Lee. Holy cow! Lots of wonderful fight scenes, and the thing the amazing, beautiful thing about the film talks about a lot of the crap he went through coming to America. I mean, considering the things that are happening in this country right now, it's very it's a very timely film. How he fought through racism in the industry in general. How in some ways the racism of Chinese instructors led to the Wong Jackman fight. And the fact that the one thing that's really underappreciated about Bruce Lee, yes, he was amazingly fast. His skills were incredible. Yes, the originator MMA. For me, the most magnificent thing about Bruce Lee was the fact he really tried to expand people's views and spread culture across the planet. Okay, yes, part of that culture was about your capacity to beat the living crap out of somebody to a certain extent. And even that, for him, um, I mentioned in my why in some kind of after post review notes about Wonder Woman. The he and Wonder Woman kind of share that similarity in that fighting systems, martial arts. It's a way of looking at life. It's a way of expressing yourself. And it's not just this me stronger than you. The philosophy behind it. The are all magnificent things. The idea of the whole idea of think of yourself as water being formless, the idea of living in the moment, and all these things he tried to spread. There's this great line in Dragon, towards the end of the film, where he's seeing how how much he loves America, how much he loves his family, and how hard it is to try and get people to accept that. Look, I just want to bring something different to the table. And he talks about, I want to bring a hero, a Chinese hero. Um, and then that was, it emphasizes that idea. Um, and actually, the third thing, which probably is the best sign that, you know what, you managed to pull that off, man. Is this documentary that was on Spike and is now available on DVD? The documentary was on Spike in 2012. I am Bruce Lee. So you're probably thinking, yeah, another dry, kind of boring bunch of guys talking. Okay, yes, there are tons of interviews. Classic guys like Danny Inosanto, his one of his most well known students. Of course, Linda Lee Caldwell. Shannon Lee's daughter is in here. The fun part is all the other types of folks are in here. Ed O'Neill. Yeah, that Ed O'Neill from Modern Family. He has like multiple level black belt, I guess, in jujitsu. Dude's a badass. Mickey Rourke is in here. Kobe Bryant is in here. A bunch of rappers are in here. A ton of people are in here. Talking about the influence that Bruce Lee has had, not just in martial arts and movies, but in pop culture in general. And a reminder of the fact that, down the road, unfortunately, he passed away too soon, and we can go on about that until the end of days. The fact that everything he tried to teach, everything he tried to pass on, the fact that he really, really hoped to reach a huge span of people to teach them the beauty, not just of Chinese culture, not just of martial arts, but different cultures in general. It took a while, but you know what, dude? You did it, man. You did it. You did it. Tons of people, all learning the gospel of Jeet Kune Do. And learning the gospel of Bruce Lee. That's the beauty of it all. After all this time, people still remember, people still talk about it. They will never stop talking about it. So hey, just a couple things to peek at, to think about, to learn about. So hey, Shifu, thank you. And to Shannon Lee, good luck with your version of the your version of the film based upon that's going to be about the Wong Jackman fight. I hope it comes out soon. That'll be really kind of cool to see too. See how you guys are your take on it. So hey, may the force be with you. May the odds forever be in your favor. And as always, and this is definitely something that Bruce Lee would talk about. Hey, let's be good to each other, all right? Peace. Bye.